again, and welcome to GGW 2020. Today is Sunday, January the 5th, 2020, and we thought that today, being the first day of the first full week of 2020, would be a great time to just have a nice little New Year's message to you. We just want to share a little bit of wisdom from God's Word, and we think that this would be great benefit to you, whether you have made a complete organized list of goals and resolutions for this year, or if you have zero resolutions that you've made for 2020, we think that these little bit of words of wisdom will be helpful to you in this coming year. When I start here, first thing I'm going to do is read Psalms chapter 1. If you have a Bible or if you'd like to turn to that, you can do so while I read a couple of things to you here. Again, that's going to be Psalms chapter 1. The first thing, my first seed, is delight in the Bible. This Psalms chapter 1, I'm going to read the first couple of verses to you, but I want to encourage you to read all 6 verses in this chapter. It's a short chapter. How happy is the one who does not walk in the advice of the wicked, or stand in the pathway with sinners, or sit in the company of mockers. Instead, his delight is in the Lord's instruction, and he meditates on it day and night. That verse 2 there, how happy is he who delights in the Lord's instructions. I have to say I completely agree. When we are right in the middle of God's instructions, we're right in the middle of God's will, are we not? That was the first seed. The second seed is focus on Jesus. If you were to start reading in the New Testament, the first book of the New Testament is Matthew. And Matthew opens up with going through the genealogy of Jesus Christ. As he goes through that list of ancestors of Jesus, there would be many opportunities to stop. For example, the writer could have stopped with Tamar, the adulterous woman. The writer could have stopped with Rahab, a prostitute. The writer could have even stopped with David or Solomon, both considered to be great men. I believe they were great men, but both who also gave in to temptation and did some terrible things by their own admission. The Bible does not stop there. The Bible goes on to Jesus, and that's where the focus is. And that's where our focus should be, to focus on Jesus. And I believe that will help us with our daily walk. That'll help us in our relationships. That will help us to understand and be patient with others when we focus on Jesus. The third point, or third seed, I would say, just want to plant seeds for you for this year. The third seed is enjoy God's creation. You know, it does not matter anything that we touch, taste, see, smell, anything that we're going to experience in life is something that God created. Yes, man may take elements and turn them into something. Man can take a material and turn it into anything, this cup here. But anything that is made by man was created first by God, and man has the knowledge and wisdom to make it into something that we might enjoy or find useful. But it is all God's creation. He's the one who made something from nothing. No matter what we look, when we look to the heavens, the stars, however many millions or billions of light years away the Hubble telescope might be able to see, no matter what it is, it's stuff that God put out there for us to enjoy. Just one little side note here concerning that. Genesis 1:16 says that God put the stars in place. And I believe he did that for you and I. Okay, those are our 3 seeds we wanted to share with you. I'm just going to leave you with 2 quotes before we close today. First quote is by John Newton. John Newton in 1772 wrote Amazing Grace. Later, somebody put those words to music. That's the song that we sing and enjoy today. John's quote is, "A Christian's faith upholds him under all trials by assuring him that every dispensation is under the direction of his Lord." John Newton. What that says, basically, is no matter what you and I may go through, that it has already passed through God for His approval for you and I to go through. Whether it's a great blessing or a great trial, it's already been approved by the Lord for us to experience it this year. The second quote, I think you might find helpful and you may find need for it in 2020. The second quote is going to have courage and bravery in it. The second quote is from Elizabeth Houston, mother of Sam Houston, who helped forge the Republic of Texas in 1835. "My son, take this musket and never disgrace it. For remember, I had rather all my sons should fill one honorable grave than just one of them should turn his back to save his life. Go, and remember too, that while the door of my cottage is open to brave men, it is eternally shut against cowards." Elizabeth Houston. Thank you for tuning in to GGW 2020 today. We're going to be praying for you and your family. As well, pray for the people that might watch this video. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to share this video.